So, alright, as we know that Malaysia nowadays is the number one leading in Islamic, not Islam, in the halal hub industry. Alright, so what are the factors that will ensure Malaysia continues strong growth and that it will be inclusive? Like,
I think what we need to have is to create more productivity among Muslim producers. Halal industry is actually very huge, and of course, Islamic finance is one component of that. And when you need to encourage more people to become producers of halal food, for instance, and processors and services, so that can lead to increased growth in Islamic economy itself and interaction between Islamic economies.
alright, so what about the global economy? Is it a growth and or growth or recovery sustained?
Uh, the growth is still slow, but again, Islamic countries need to still work hand in hand together, create more opportunities for interaction between Islamic trade, halal hub in between countries. We need to improve logistic deliveries and interaction. And Islamic finance can play a role to provide financing facilities intra trade and inter-trade between Islamic countries, so that in that way, economic growth can be achieved and further enhanced.
Alright, inshallah. What about the current situation in terms of job creation, vacancies, and a layoff, maybe in the financial industry, especially in here, Malaysia?
Okay, I think what we need to do here is to have value-added services to be enhanced in financial industry. As we know that fintech or financial technology is getting basically momentum here, and even Central Bank of Malaysia is pushing this agenda. So banks, Islamic banks, especially, they need to find ways on creating values for clients, making transactions easier and faster, and maybe cheaper. And of course, there'll be some impact to the staff of the bank, but we need to maybe redeploy and reskill them for the other areas within Islamic finance industry itself.
Yeah, so we can see here also most of the banks, not only in Malaysia, all around the world, try to implement a Sharia compliance in their bank, which is that's a very good because they made Malaysia as a benchmark. Do you agree with me?
Yes. Okay, I think Malaysia, we started Islamic finance way back in 1984, and it has been a good 20 years and so forth. And there's a lot of innovation within the countries, top-down approach by the regulator, and a lot of policies being implemented year on year, so that we can have more robust Islamic finance uh, going along the conventional banking system that we have.
Should the Islamic banks aim basically to be profitable oriented?
Okay, I like this subject, Hairi, because in Islamic finance, we're talking about Qasid Sharia, which is the objective of Islamic law, and it is not purely profit. And what we have in Malaysia now, for instance, which can be adopted globally, I believe, is a value-based intermediation where Islamic banks shouldn't be focusing on profit alone. We should be looking at people and planet, protecting the environment, sustainability, the humanity. So Islamic finance is supposed to be just to all the people. And I give an example. If Islamic bank, if they want to give financing to a particular customer, the customer is good in terms of financial or whatnot, but they want in the cost of manufacturing their products, they pollute the environment. So for Islamic bank, they shouldn't be approving that kind of facility because it will have impact on planet. So sustainability is also one of the makasih syariah that we should be aiming for.
Yeah, I heard about 3P, right? Profit, people, and planet. Can you tell us further about that?
Okay, banks, they are basically profitable entities and business entities, so they need to give profit to their stakeholders. But at the same time, they need to look into how do they sustain their business, how do they take care of their people, and how do they basically make sure their talents are learning, and then the treatment to the customers that they have, whether, let's say, for example, disaster happen.
Yeah, yeah.
In a normal bank, they will just impose, come due date, they will just impose.
Yep, yep.
But for an Islamic bank, you are expected to give some waiver or leeway for them to recover, because we were supposed to be humane in terms of practice. So Planet, I have explained just now, they were looking at sustaining the environment and make sure next generation can enjoy what we're enjoying now. So on top of profitability, we should be looking at the other two P as well, which is equally important.
Alright. Can Islamic banks survive without revenue generated from murarabah?
Okay. This is also another challenge for Islamic banks that currently banks are moving along with sale-based transaction or murabah-based transaction or ijara-based or leasing-based. But there's another aspect which is equity-based or profit and joint venture, which is important way forward, where Islamic banks will move into the normal traditional banking to participatory approach, where they will be business partners to the customers, to the customers. So they will be involved in the business. They take business risks together. So this is when you look at Islamic trade, even during Prophet Muhammad SAW time, so he's looking at doing mudarabah or musyarakah, which is profit sharing and joint venture, where the risk to the business is actually shared by the parties. Unlike now, where conventional banks are practicing pure credit risk rating on the customer. If your credit rating is good, then it will give financing irrespective of, So that's where I think Islamic banks should move forward to have our own Islamic finance architecture based on participatory business rather than credit risk lending or borrowing. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, the Islamic way, Sharia compliance, we already apply for the 1400 years ago by Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, right? All right. So, all right. We know that we has taking place in Malaysia every year. So, do you have any expecting or you expect something further in Mihas maybe 2020?
I would love to see enhancement of products and services being offered by everyone here in Mihas. I've been coming to Mihas, and I've seen some improvement. The challenge is basically we need to get more Muslims to be involved in producing and in manufacturing food, especially, and the services side. We need to enhance people knowledge, and we're talking about key economy. We're talking about industrial revolution. So our Muslim globally need to learn and pick up fast. So I hope we can have better Mihas in the years to come, inshallah.
Inshallah, mashallah, subhanallah, tabarakallah. Alright, last question, personal for me, maybe, if you can answer. Alright, sorry. I just want to know, maybe you have any tips because nowadays our halal brand is rapidly growth. We just want to create awareness among the Gen Z, the youngster, so that they know halal is not only for food. Halal is not only about the logo. Halal is all about process from the top to bottom. You have any comment on that?
Okay, I think the we need to connect these people with, number one, halal is actually all encompassing, and we need to bring all this together so that people will not look at halal as just halal alone, but you're looking into services, you're talking about into banking, you're talking about even education, tourism and whatnot. So if we can package it together and present it in a simpler way to the youngsters, not just halal is for food, but halal is for other services, and do it in such a manner that will attract their interest, using their language, we can have some icons to have that, so they'll be more interested to learn more about halal and what is halal in Islam. Is not just food alone, actually. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. Such a great experience to have you here. To have you here, yeah. I'm so nervous actually. So, I read all your profile, and I said that this guy I must have a very good question for you. All right. So I have all the answers. Thank you so much again.
Thank you.
All right. All right. All right. For those who are watching here, please, we hope that you get information and then maybe give us something new for you. If you feel fail before this, please know FAIL fail is the first attempt in learning. All right. So this is time for you to raise up, all right, to wake up, and this is the time for you to know what actually you have to do in the future, inshallah. Do you have any plans? So I heard that you have organized an halal program, something. Can you share with us so that we can know further about the program?
Okay. We are from AZMI and Associates, a law firm in Malaysia. We'll be hosting the Teralex Global Meeting this coming week, from the 9 to 12 of April. And we'll be inviting a lot of foreign lawyers from all over the world. We've got 150 lawyers will be coming to Malaysia. And among the topics we're going to discuss is basically Pali halal industry and Islamic finance. So it'll be hosted by us, AZMI Associates in Kuala Lumpur. So we hope that this can be a good platform. We are inviting the Dr. Muhammad Daud Bakar, which is a Sharia scholar. He's the chairman of Sharia Advisory Council of Central Bank of Malaysian Securities Commission. He's a noted person. I think he's advised a lot of African countries with regard to Islamic banking, Islamic finance. So this Terralize Global Meeting that we're going to host this coming week will be a perfect opportunity for us to share with the foreign lawyers all over the world coming to Kuala Lumpur about halal and Islamic finance, among other things, inshallah.
Inshallah. Alright, such a great experience, such a great info for you. And for those who watching us, please, if you want to get more information further, you can go to. You have any website or you want to promote?
Yes. You can go to www.azmilaw.com. That's our website. We also have LinkedIn, where you can get a lot of news about what are the activities and the area of law that we practice. Yeah.
There is something important thing we want to share with you, especially for South African people over there. So, what you want to tell them actually? Because I know you want to give them something important information, right?
Okay. Basically, Terrorist Legal Network, we are represented in Africa, not just Africa, but all the other. I've been to Nigeria. I've been invited to speak on Islamic finance. I went to Nairobi, talking to Islamic banks, and I believe there's a lot of opportunities. If in Africa and South Africa, particularly, you need to learn more about Islamic finance, you need to learn more about halal, and we want us to help you to connect with Malaysian manufacturers, service providers, and whatnot. So feel free to contact us. So there's a lot to learn and share with African countries, and MIHAS is a good platform to begin with, to get to know the people involved. And as a law firm, because we are well connected globally, so we can do the linking up through the network that we have. So we can share with you in Africa continent, in South Africa particularly, whatever questions or queries that you may have on halal and Islamic finance particularly.
Alright, thank you so much again.
Okay.
Alright, we catch up with you later, inshallah. Alright, so for those who watching us, please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this, inshallah.